So let's face it, writing is hard, and writing is it's serious business if you are an aspiring writer. I mean, sitting down to write on a blank page, that in itself is one heroic act. So whatever the hell that you end up writing, whatever the hell that you end up putting on the page, just pat yourself on the back because you've done it already. If you're writing, you're writing. You're being a writer. That's literally your job description. But that doesn't take away the fact that you still fear writing as a writer. So it's a very funny paradox. Writing is a job unlike any other jobs out there. For any other jobs, you just have to punch the clock and just do the work. But for writing, like many other creative pursuits out there, you have to bust your own ass. Today, I'm here to share a trick with you that really helped me out along my own journey of writing. I just spilled water out of my cup. So the trick in 2 sentences, or in 1 sentence, is that you have to start paying attention to how you text people on your phone in order to improve your writing. Here's the logic. I think the most important aspect of writing is to discover your own creative voice. Like many other art forms out there, if you're a painter, if you're a musician, you're always trying to get at what makes your thing unique, what makes your creative art unique. And same with writing. You're trying to discover your own voice, which really makes you unique. And this is not exactly best done through just writing a bunch. Of course, writing a bunch helps, but you also have to pay attention to how you're behaving textually when you're in your daily life, when you're writing an email, when you're writing a text. That's usually when you're the most authentic. That's usually when you're the most sort of like creatively unrestrained, because you're not exactly racing against some deadline for a piece of homework. You're not exactly trying to come up with a very clever story. You're not exactly trying anything. The things that you write when you're relaxed, view those pieces of writings as little clues that can gradually lead you toward your authentic writing voice. And through discovering that writer's voice, you can then use that writer's voice to combat this fear of a blank page. Because if you're confident in your own voice, it's going to be much easier for you to set out words on a blank page. I would suggest you to start paying attention to your emails, your texts for other people, and I would suggest a lot of streams of consciousness writing. If you really want to discover your own writing voice, I think keeping a journal is one of the best things that you can do. Through this process of a very unrestrained kind of pouring out, can you really discover that inner part of yourself that's unrestrained, that's unbounded by stress, that's unbounded by expectations. Because if you have an expectation, of course, you're gonna wander off track. Of course, you're gonna start wondering, is my writing good enough compared to some other writer out there? All those are distractions. So I think it's very helpful for people to just write stuff out in a stream of consciousness fashion. And if you don't have the time to do stream of consciousness, pay attention to how you text people, pay attention to how you articulate yourself in real life, pay attention to your emails, and to find little clues as to what you sound like, what your writing voice sounds like. Because if you're into literature, you are aware of the fact that many writers writing different voices. David Foster Wallace sounds completely different from Ernest Hemingway. Virginia Woolf sounds very different from Sylvia Plath. So writing, in a sense, is also a discovery process into your identity, into who you are, and into how you want yourself to be perceived. And that entire process is as magical as the act of writing itself. Once you're truly confident with your own voice, I can't even describe how awesome it feels to write your own voice. It's kind of like you shedding away expectations of other writers, expectations of your creative writing teachers, and you're just there. You're just creating your art, and that to me is a very beautiful image. That's one of the main reasons why I love writing so much. It's just this uninhibited creative expression. So I hope that little tip really helped. Take it, try it out. If it doesn't work, chuck it out of the window, like many other things that I've talked about on this channel. Bottom line here is that as a writer, your job description is to write and to combat that fear of writing. Finding your own authentic writing voice is one of the best things you can do for your own writing. Anyway, RC Waldun here. Sign up for the newsletter for the latest updates for my upcoming novel or many other silly projects that I'm currently working on. And thank you for watching this video, and I will catch you in the next one.